Today's reflections are motivated by the month that we're in and the day that we celebrate. The month being May, which honors Mary in a special way, and of course today being Mother's Day. Just a word on each. John Paul II wrote that when we focus on Mary, the focus should not be on the so-called Marian doctrines like the Immaculate Conception or the Assumption, but rather on Mary's faith journey, a journey marked by perfect obedience to God, even when this took her into really uncertain waters. At times we tend to maybe isolate Mary and forget the fact that she was like us in all things but sin. So her life was, like ours, a mixture of joy and sorrow, light and darkness. Yet through it all, she was convinced that God was with her, that her motto was a fiat, a Latin word meaning, let it be done to me, according to your word. So as we honor her this month, we might remember that as we go through our own personal struggles, in our own darkness rather than light, our sorrows rather than joy, we can ask Mary to intercede for us, to give us the strength to keep going on, to be assured of God's hand on our lives. It's been said that Mary untied the knot that was put into humanity because of the sin of Eve. As we honor Mary this month, we might ask her to help us untie the knots that we have in our own lives, that we may have the confidence, the assurance, the faith to go on. And today is a day set aside to honor mothers. And I learned when I was a very young priest that it's dangerous to your health not to speak something about mothers on Mother's Day. I was talking to a priest friend yesterday who reminded me of his own mother, this most gentlest person, who, up until she died, was furious at Father Foley, because Father Foley never mentioned mothers on Mother's Day. And she said to her newly ordained son, "Don't you ever do that." Second grade class once was given a lesson on magnets. And a few days later, the teacher was giving a follow-up test to see if the kids had grasped the concept. So the question was, I'm a word beginning with M. I have 6 letters, and I pick up things. Half the class answered mother. But it is a day to pause. For some of us, it's a day to pray for our mothers, mothers who have passed, that they may be given the rewards of their labors. For others, it might be a day, hopefully face-to-face, to honor our mothers, to say thank you for giving us birth or playing a mothering role in our life. I know that it's a difficult day for those who wish they were mothers, but for some reason or other are not. We need to be sensitive to their presence. Or we remember in a special way those who have lost their mothers over the past year, or mothers who have lost their children over the past year. These days tend to lift up our emotions and our sensitivity to the loss of others. Someone recently shared with me a set of Beatitudes, somewhat based on the Gospel Beatitudes, but it has to do with mothers. And perhaps I can conclude with these 8 statements. Blessed are mothers who did without for us, they shall be rewarded. Blessed are mothers who lost sleep when we were sick, they shall find rest. Blessed are mothers who taught us how to pray, they shall share God's kingdom. Blessed are mothers who comforted us. They shall be comforted. Blessed are mothers who taught us right from wrong. They shall know peace. Blessed are mothers who showed us by example the Christian life. They shall live forever. Blessed are mothers who shared with us the meaning of peace. They shall know peace. And finally, blessed are mothers who taught us the importance of loving God and each other. They shall see God.